On September 18, 1950, Korean soldiers and 140,000 UN troops were organized in Busan, located about 200 miles south of Seoul, making the final stand against the Communist Army during the Korean War. Busan was the last city standing, and they were able to rebuild the country into what it is today. The entire country was able to rebuild because they withstood with resilience. But why is this significant to Busan's bid in hosting the 2030 Expo? Well, Ukraine sought to host the Expo in a port city called Odessa, yet the war with Russia changed everything. As a city that rebounded from hardships, Busan believes they can help out Ukraine better than anyone else. 2030 Busan Exposition introduces the last city that rebuilt the country. Busan will jointly host Expo with Odessa in 2030 to help Odessa to rebuild Ukraine. For example, during the Korean War, Yeongdo Bridge served as one of the last remaining bridges that helped refugees find their lost families, and we will use the Expo revenue to help Odessa rebuild the damaged bridges. Bosu Town, where war refugees sold used books and magazines that ultimately became a reputable bookstore town, will help build libraries in Ukraine. Also, Busan is planning to build the Expo conference room within the metaverse, and 2 of them will be created to host invitees worldwide. On top of that, we'll even hire multilingual refugees to guide future tourists. A good cause like this can not only have the power to remind us what Busan stood for, but also to attract all the European countries and social media channels to stand by Busan and Ukraine. Look at South Korea now compared to the 1950s. And imagine what Busan can do for Ukraine.